I'm 100% this is, yeah? We're going in here 100%. I'm going into this fight 100% Conor McGregor, not 92. 100% Conor McGregor. So it has to be really meticulous. We were right there with the last one. As a unit, we do it, right?
That's right now, the notorious one right in front of us. Conor McGregor looking absolutely shredded. He looks in good shape. He's boxing. You always tell. I wonder if Conor wears that when he does MMA sparring, or is he just focusing more on boxing? So he looks like he's in great shape. Obviously, Conor McGregor, last time we saw him in the octagon, he broke his leg against Dustin Poirier. So he's been out for a couple of years, living a big life on the yacht, selling the delicious paparoski. Or here we go right here. So the one thing that I will say that Conor, that he, you know, if you look at his style from now to when he first fought, is he was way more, I felt, dynamic. What do I mean by dynamic? If you go back and watch his fights and his training that he used to do when he was coming up at 145, he was more about being a lot like back and forth and being lighter on his toes, throwing spinning stuff and looking for the shot. Now he seems to take this approach of being more stiff in his stance. You look when he fought Dustin Poirier the second time. The third time he was a lot better. The second time when he fought Nate Diaz, he was a lot more stiff. It's almost like a shift in his style.
But I do think in this matchup, I think that Max Holloway is going to beat McGregor. I actually am going to pick him to finish McGregor. It's pretty well known now that McGregor didn't want this to be 5 rounds. He wanted it to be 3. So I think that McGregor could start hard. He could start fast, and maybe he could gas out over 5 rounds. He's at 170. McGregor's fought at 170 once. He's 5'9", guys. He's 5'9". He's not a big guy, okay? He's not a big guy. It's not like that McGregor's gonna have this massive size advantage over Max Holloway. And the fact that Max Holloway is what, minus 225 right now. I am fighting demons. I'm fighting demons to not put a great amount of money on Max Holloway money line, you know, because I just think that this price is crazy. I think that the price sort of reflects like McGregor fans sort of trying to get him back in there. I feel like there's also like a little bit of concern in the back of everyone's head that we just saw Gaethje beat Ilia Topuria. This would be an upset of similar magnitude, even though the odds are close.
I think by now we know what we get out of Conor McGregor. He gasses out in probably 2 to 3 rounds. Gets a second win if he's able to get into the later rounds. But what I'm seeing is not convincing me that Conor McGregor's shape will be the right one for a man in Max Holloway who has the most weaponized pace in all of combat sports. What do I mean? The breakdown. Let's go. All right, so Conor McGregor was in Laguna Beach this week. No one told me. Everybody knows when you come to Orange County, you got to check in with the big boss. Hurt my shoulder a little bit doing that. Conor's current shape while walking on the beach in Laguna. Let's take a look. I mean, again, you know, he's outside of the balding hair, everything looks pretty solid. Obviously, you know, broad shoulders, the whole deal. Not cutting a ton of weight. He's probably about 180 pounds here, maybe a little more. I'm on my rest day today.
After spending several years away from the octagon, Conor McGregor appears determined to prepare for what could be one of the biggest fights of his career. With a potential matchup against Max Holloway generating major attention, fans are eager to see how McGregor performs after such a lengthy absence from competition. Recent training footage has sparked plenty of discussion across the MMA community. Many supporters believe McGregor looks focused and motivated, while others remain cautious until they see him compete under the bright lights again. Whether it's intense pad work, conditioning sessions, or sparring, McGregor appears committed to putting himself in the best possible position for a successful return.
This gonna be some hell of a camp, but you take one hell of a camp. No, yeah, seriously, fucking way better this camp.
Keep Cameron well up, please.
We're getting into this bit of the game here.
Former UFC fighter Artem Lobov recently shared his thoughts on the potential matchup, explaining why he believes Max Holloway may have the edge. According to Lobov, one of the biggest factors is activity. While McGregor has spent several years away from active competition, Holloway has continued to face elite opponents and gain valuable experience across multiple high-profile fights. Lobov also acknowledged that competing at 170 pounds adds another layer of intrigue to the matchup. Even so, he believes Holloway's recent activity could prove to be an important advantage once the fight begins.
Fight Charles Oliveira. And this fight's at 170 pounds. Which is scary, I think, in a little bit. But I'm picking Max Holloway to win this fight, by the way. Just before we get into anything, I'm picking Max Holloway to win the fight. And I'm picking Max Holloway to win the fight with very high confidence. And why is that? Conor McGregor has won one fight in 9 years. 9 years was the last time he won a fight that wasn't against Donald Cerrone. And even then, that was 6.5 years ago. And the last time he even stepped in the cage was 5 years ago. And in that time, what's Conor McGregor been doing? He's been assaulting old men. He's been assaulting women. He's been drinking. He's been in rehab. He's been probably doing other things. You know, if you guys have seen the live stream, which he's just absolutely off his face. And now he's going to be coming back at 38 years old. At 170 pounds.
Lobov also suggested that fans shouldn't rely too heavily on what happened in McGregor and Holloway's first meeting more than a decade ago. In his opinion, both athletes have evolved significantly since then, making the rematch a completely different contest. He